Let's see what we got.
Thank you very much. You know this gentleman, one of the truly great legends of our time, my book. Before we begin, I'd like to say a few words about the shooting at Fort Stewart, Georgia.
What?
As you know,
What
5
are you
people were seriously
talking
wounded
about?
and 2 very, very seriously hurt around 11 o'clock this morning. The shooter is now in custody, and the Army Criminal Investigation Division is on site to ensure that the perpetrator of this atrocity, which is exactly what it is, will be prosecuted to the fullest extent of the law. The entire nation is praying for the victims and their families, and hopefully they'll fully recover. And we can put this
Which games do I like playing the most?
very good care
Well,
of
as
this
of right
person that
now,
did this horrible
just
person. This
Souls-like
afternoon, we're
games,
pleased to
really.
welcome to the White House one of the great and most esteemed business leaders and geniuses and innovators anywhere in the world, Apple CEO Tim Cook. Amazing job.
JRPGs,
Secretary of
Western
the Treasury,
RPGs,
Scott Bessent, and Secretary of Commerce Howard Lutnick for being here, wherever you may be.
roguelikes.
Today, Apple is announcing that it will invest $600 billion, that's with a B,
Metroidvanias.
in the United States over the next 4 years. That's $100 billion more than they were originally going to invest. And this is the largest investment Apple has ever made in America and anywhere else. And it's just an honor to have you. As you know, Apple's been an investor in other countries a little bit. I won't say which ones, but a couple. And they're coming home. $600 billion. It's the biggest there is. The company is also unveiling its ambitious new American manufacturing program, which will bring factories and assembly lines across our country, all roaring to life. Areas that were not doing so well are doing very well. We have about $17 trillion coming into the United States, which is more than ever before. That's never even come close. There's never been anything like it. Even you, that's even a lot of money for you. But we have commitments of more than $17 trillion.
Do I like Fortnite? No, I fucking hate that piece of shit game.
Create more than 20,000 brand new American jobs and many thousands more at the Apple suppliers like Corning, Broadcom, Texas Instruments, and Samsung.
The only games I'll probably play that have any modicum of shooting is like Rainbow Six Siege or Counter-Strike.
iPhone, and will build the largest and most
Or like
sophisticated
Battlefield or
line in
Cock-a-Doodle.
the world in Harrodsburg, Kentucky, which is a great, actually, I did very well there. I like it because I see I did very well there. I did very well in Kentucky, but it's a great place. You're going to be
If
very
it's
happy.
Fortnite, there's too many kids playing that game.
I'll interrupt my own speech,
There's
but you
no
might show them
the
a little bit about the
skill
product that
skill
you're gonna be doing
ceiling
in
isn't
Kentucky,
really
Texas.
high there.
Yes, please.
You're gonna be paired up with some kids sometimes.
This glass comes off the Corning line. It's engraved for President Trump. It's a unique unit of wine. It was designed by a U.S. Marine Corps corporal, a former one, that works at Apple now.
It's good. He's done well.
Designed it for you. And the base comes from Utah, and it's 24 karat gold, and it sits.
What?
I'll take the liberty.
I'm sorry. Wait, it's a 24 karat gold.
Well, let's see. There we go.
Oh wow.
Congratulations,
Thank you
Mr.
very much.
President. Thank you so
Fantastic.
much.
The great people of Kentucky. You're going to find it a great place to do business, too.
That was so
It's,
weird. What?
fantastic.
That
Isn't nice? We're
was
doing
so
these things
weird.
now in the United States instead of other countries, faraway countries. This is a significant step toward
So
the ultimate
he
goal of
made
ensuring
him a
iPhones sold in the
gold
United States and
plate,
America also are made
24
in America.
karat
With the mass
gold,
infusion of
I
capital
guess.
it's announcing today, Apple will also build a 250,000 square foot server manufacturing facility in Houston and invest billions of dollars to construct data centers
What?
across the country from North Carolina
I
to
don't,
Iowa to
I
Oregon.
don't see why he did that.
That's big stuff. Apple will also open state-of-the-art manufacturing economy. It's going to be a manufacturing academy in
Right, it
Detroit.
was the same.
That's
I
a
mean,
great place to do. You know,
the
big things
FIFA
are
one was
happening in
different because that was like
Michigan and
Olympic
Detroit,
stuff too,
coming
I
in because
guess.
of what we've done with the, I call it the great big beautiful bill. I added one word, great.
The great big beautiful bill.
Probably the biggest, most comprehensive piece of legislation ever passed.
Oh, it's not
gonna
called
mean,
the Act.
Unbelievable numbers of jobs and
People
no
were
jobs.
calling it the
Think
Act.
of this, whether it's tips or overtime or Social Security, no tax. So no tax on tips, no tax on Social Security, no tax on overtime. And there's just a small bit of it. For Apple and others businesses, we're talking about the deductions and all of the things. And actually for people that go out and buy a car, first time it's ever been done, we talk about deductions for companies, but they're going to be able to deduct interest when they borrow money to buy a car if it's made in America. It has to be made in America. So it is amazing. And one of the reasons I think I can say that Apple's coming here is the legislation we just passed with this kind of investment. Apple will also open other facilities, rare earth magnets from Texas, and build, oh, I love that you're doing this. I love that. I love that. And build a brand new rare earth recycling line in Mountain Pass, California. I know that area. That's where they have a lot of truly rare earth. That's fantastic. I love that. And Apple will have
Yes,
developed
yes,
and
all the rare
manufacture
earth,
semiconductors and
yes.
semiconductor equipment in Texas, Utah, Arizona, and New York. For years, Americans have watched as many of our leading tech giants built their factories overseas and exported American jobs abroad. But under the Trump administration, we're doing everything possible to make this the best place on earth to build a factory or grow businesses. I'm allowing them to build electric producing plants with their factory, because otherwise they'd have to hook into the grid. And I think it's one of the biggest things we've done, where you can build your own electricity. You become your own electric manufacturer, and that goes along with the plan. You become a utility. So congratulations, now you're in the utility. I hope they don't value your company based on utility, but that's okay. You're going to be making your own electricity, and as you probably know, for much of this and many of the things that we're doing, especially the AI, they would need actually double the electricity that the country now produces for everything. So it's massive electric, and they're going to be able to make their own, and they're getting very fast approvals. Lee Zeldin is doing a fantastic
Well,
job.
yeah, I
including
mean, to power
the
up all this
100%
stuff, yeah, you need a
expensing
lot of
on
power.
the one big, beautiful bill. In return, we're asking our businesses to invest in America, and they're coming in at levels that we've never seen before. So I don't know when it shows up, but there are a lot of factories and a lot of plants that are either under construction or soon will be starting construction. So can't tell you exactly when, but I want to be around in about a year from now and 2 years from now, because we're going to see an explosion, I think, like this country has never seen before. Never. Today's announcement is one of the largest commitments in what has become among the greatest investment booms in our nation's history, and we've got the hottest country anywhere in the world. You know, I told you the story that, and Tim, I'll tell you, but I went to the Middle East, and I was with Qatar, I was with UAE, and the King of Saudi Arabia, all great leaders. And then I went to NATO and saw many great leaders, and we just finished that about 4 weeks ago. Virtually everyone said, in effect, that we were a dead country 1 year ago. America, this was a dead country. We were dying, we were dead. And now you've got the hottest country anywhere in the world.
We were dying, we were dead. Democrats, Biden did it all.
NVIDIA is investing $500 billion to go along with Apple, $600 billion. $600 billion. Micron, great company, is investing $200 billion. IBM is investing more than $150 billion. SoftBank is investing substantially more than $100 billion. TSMC is investing $200 billion. Johnson & Johnson, $55 billion. Merck, Stellantis, and General Motors are putting many, many billions in. They haven't determined the final number. And many other countries are investing tens of billions of dollars. And I'm not going to give you the whole list because the list is too long to read. But it's hundreds of billions and even trillions.
Basically, a list of all the companies that are
Last week it was
investing.
announced that our economy grew at 3% in the second quarter, and consumer confidence is surging. Blue-collar wages are rising rapidly. Costs are way down. You know, I listen to these
No white-collar
horrendous
wages?
frauds on CNN and various other fake news networks, and they say costs are up. No, costs are down. Gasoline is down. It's going to soon, I believe, be less than $2 a gallon. It's around $2.40 right now, many places other than California where they tax you out of business, but and a couple of others. But
Stream Hub
gasoline
World,
is
what are
way
you
down.
doing?
The
Are you a
price of
bot?
groceries are down. How about eggs? When I first came here, my first week, the press hit me very hard on eggs. Eggs had quadrupled or something. I said, I didn't know about it. Give me a chance. I've just been here for 4 days. Well, eggs are down. Everything's down. Price is down. The only thing that's up is stock prices. That's really up, and that's through the roof. The
No,
stock market has
my
been hitting
chip
all-time
bags
records, all-time
cost
highs.
more money.
Last week it was announced that our economy grew.
The
at
potato
levels
chips
that we
cost
haven't
more
seen in a
money,
long
man.
time,
What are you
but
talking
the
about?
real levels of growth are going to be
My
judged in a
potato
year from
chips,
now when
man.
you start seeing some of these incredible plants, because we have car plants opening. They're coming in from Canada, from Mexico, and from all over the world. And they're coming in because they like the way the election worked out, but they also like the fact that they don't want to pay tariffs.
Actually,
the
in
tariffs,
California, I wish
think will
the
be
prices
capable of
would
taking
go
hundreds
down
of
a little
billions of
bit
dollars
more,
in
you
tariffs.
know?
I won't be so
Just because
specific
it's
other than to say,
California.
because we don't even know what the final number is. We just made a deal, as you know, with the EU where they're paying hundreds of billions of dollars. Japan paying hundreds of billions of dollars, and numerous other countries paying hundreds of billions of dollars. And we're not even completed there. And as you know, they found $25 billion 3 weeks ago. They said, we have a surplus of $25 billion. And they said, where did this come from? I said, check the tariffs. And they checked. I said, you're right, that's where it came from. And we've really just started. This is just in its infancy. So we have a great country. We have a country that is going to be very rich. It's a country that we're very proud of, but it's going to be very rich. And it's companies like Apple, they're coming home. They're all coming home. And we want them to come home. They have to come home. We're going to treat them really well. We're going to be putting a very large tariff on chips and semiconductors. But the good news for
I mean,
companies like
the
Apple is
issue
if you're
was the
building
fact that you
in
had
the
all
United
these
States or have the
companies
money to
already
build,
moving
without question,
overseas
to build in
and
the United
right
States,
doing
there
business
will
there,
be no charge.
which already left
We're not gonna be
the
charging.
right
So a lot of
United States
countries,
in
a lot of
kind of a
companies are
pickle.
leaving various other
Because now
places
they
that
had
are
to
coming to the
outsource and
United
buy
States. So in other
everything
words,
overseas,
we'll be
right?
putting a tariff on of approximately 100% on chips and semiconductors. But
So now
if
the
you're
fact
building
that
in the
they're
United
now
States of America, there's
reinvesting
no charge, even
into
though
the
you're building,
U.S. to
and you're not
actually
producing that in
make
terms of
production
the big numbers of
facilities
jobs
and
all
right
of the things that you're building. If
to
you're
try
building,
and
there will
make
be no charge.
more
So I just wanted everyone to know that, and
products,
I
right?
didn't even tell you that
Services
as
and
I
demands.
discussed the concept.
Meet
but
the
I didn't.
demands,
So
right?
it's a big factor. So 100% tariff on all chips and semiconductors coming into the United States. But if you've made a commitment to build, or if you're in the process of building, as many are, there is no tariff. Okay? If for some reason you say
All
you're building
supply
and
and
you don't build, then we go back and
demand.
we add it up, it accumulates, and we charge you at a later date. You have to pay, and that's a guarantee. So that's a big statement. And I think
Also, with
the
some
chip
of
companies are all
the
coming back
right,
home.
some of
They're all
these
coming back. You know, we started with Intel, and gradually Intel was just taken
items, they have
over
to
the coals. It was
keep
taken
the
to
supply
cleaners,
low
frankly,
so that they,
and
you know,
moved to other
so they
places,
can
in
make the
particular Taiwan.
money, you
But I
know,
think a lot
that
of
money.
those companies are coming back, and they're coming back very rapidly. So that's a big statement. 100% tariff. I want to thank you very much. Tim, would you like to say a few words about your company, please?
Good afternoon, everyone. Mr. President, thank you very much for having me here today. You've been a great advocate for American innovation and manufacturing, and I'm grateful for your leadership and your commitment. That's a commitment we share at Apple because American innovation is central to everything we do. Our products are designed here.
Mr. President, you're blocking your homie in the back there.
Jobs with thousands of suppliers and partners in all 50 states. Earlier this year, we made our largest ever spending commitment, $500 billion to the U.S. over the next 4 years. That's already yielding results. Earlier this year, we broke ground on a new factory in Houston to make advanced AI servers. And just last month, the very first test unit rolled off that factory's line, proudly made in America.
Houston.
President Trump shared some kind words about that work. But
Tech,
he also
the
asked us
new,
to think about what
another
more we could
tech
commit to doing.
world
And
popped
Mr.
up
President, we took
in
that challenge very
Texas.
seriously.
Well, I mean, it's
I'm
been there
glad
for
to
a
be here
while
with
now.
you today, and I'm very proud to say
Right, just
today
like
we're giving an additional
California
$100
has
billion to the
Silicon
United
Valley,
States, bringing our
right?
total US
Texas is
investment
now
to $600 billion
starting
over
to
the next
build
4
their
years.
own.
As a part of this, we're launching Apple's
Basically,
American
you're going to have
Manufacturing Program.
right.
It will
Some of these
spur even
states,
more
you're going to
production
have them
right here in
build their
America
own, right? Their
for
huge
critical
tech
components
hub
used in Apple products
pretty soon.
all around the world. And we're thrilled to announce that
I
we've already
mean,
signed
they
new
already
agreements
have
with
like
10
infrastructure
companies
for
across
right.
America
Some
to
of
do
these
just that.
places already have
First,
infrastructure
with today's
for it.
announcements, I'm proud
I
to
don't
say
know if they're
that
gonna
Apple is
just
leading the
expand
creation
on it.
of an end-to-end silicon supply chain right here in America, from design to equipment to wafer production to fabrication to packaging. In Texas, we're working with manufacturers like Texas Instruments, Global Wafers America, and Applied Materials. We're working with Amcor in Arizona and Broadcom and Global Foundries in New York. Thanks to President Trump's vision, and with his help in his first term, we also led the way to bring TSMC to Arizona by committing to be their first and largest customer.
Oh,
Today,
see,
they're producing
Arizona.
tens of millions of
That's
chips for
probably
Apple,
going to be
using
another
one of the
state,
most
right?
advanced process technologies in America today.
Semiconductors.
We're going to keep working with our
TSMC.
suppliers to move even more of this incredibly advanced work to America. And this year alone, American manufacturers are on track to make 19 billion chips for Apple.
I mean,
in
it seems
24
like you can
factories
already
across
see the
12
map of
different
where
states.
things are going, right?
Second, we're
You got
committed to buying
Houston
American-made
building
advanced
servers
rare
and
earth
shit. You
magnets
got what
developed by
Arizona
Infinite Materials,
building,
which will become part
right?
of Apple's devices
Semiconductors.
shipped around the world.
Right, you already
MP
have
is the
California
only fully
doing some of that
integrated rare
stuff,
earth
right?
producer in the United States, and with this partnership, they'll be
Silicon
significantly
Valley.
expanding their flagship facility in Fort Worth, Texas. We're also thrilled to work together on a cutting-edge rare earth recycling line in Mountain Pass, California. And third, in Kentucky, we've worked with our partners at Corning to build the world's largest and most advanced smartphone glass production line. And I'm pleased to announce that
There it
very
is,
soon,
Kentucky too.
this is for the first time ever, every single new iPhone and every single new Apple Watch sold anywhere in the world will contain cover glass made in Kentucky. In addition to the
Wow.
American manufacturing program, we're
Oh,
also significantly
wow.
growing our investments in AI,
Oh.
including expanding data center
Made
capacity
in
North
America
Carolina, in Nevada, in
products.
Iowa, in Arizona, and
Wow.
Oregon. So we're going to keep
Made
making
in
investments
America
right here in America.
resources.
We're going to keep hiring in America.
Wow.
And we're going to keep building technologies at the heart of our products right here in America.
Oh, it's not
Because
made
we're
by
a proud
slave
American
labor?
company, and we believe deeply in the promise of this great nation. Thank you all, and thank you,
Oh, it's
President
not
Trump,
made in
for pulling or
sweatshops
putting American
anymore.
innovation and American jobs front and center. Thank you, sir.
Great honor.
Thank you.
very much.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. What a job he's done. What a job. Incredible.
All right,
I
I'm
wanna
being a
thank you very
dick.
much, and, thank you, JD, for helping along. Good job. Really good job. Any questions, please?
Oh,
Yes.
questions?
To bring forward a manufacturing renaissance. You just mentioned
What the fuck? I can't hear you.
in your first 7 months or so.
What?
Can you talk about how an investment like this, all the other ones that you laid out, will positively impact the millions of Americans that trusted you with their vote?
Thank you very much. It changes our country. I mean, our country is a very different country than it was 6 months ago. And people like Tim are coming. We had Micron in yesterday. We had all of the big, great companies that you read about, you don't know about, but you read about. Many of them were making products outside of our country. Foolishly, we lost them. If we had the right person sitting in that seat, that would have never happened 20 and 30 years ago. When you look at the chip business, it would have never left our shores. We had 100% of chips originally, and then we slowly got taken down to nothing. We have the biggest chip companies, to both of them.
I
We
mean,
have
you
the biggest
guys
in the
got
world
slowly
coming into
taken
going
down
Arizona
to
and
nothing
beyond.
because of
And
who
we're gonna have,
was it?
in a short
Obama?
period of time, we'll be up to almost 50%
Obama
of the
during
chips
that
from
time?
starting at nothing.
You fucked the tech
And
industry
that's something.
world
We
up
have
a
the
little
greatest
bit
companies
there.
in the world coming into our country, and that means jobs. and it
Well, I
means
mean, I
wealth,
guess
and
you
wealth
could
means
say
security for our people.
Reagan and
Yeah.
Bush did too,
Fine.
right? As soon as you saw these as soon as you saw these companies going overseas to make production facilities there, and moved everything from the United States to
Well, we do
move
have
it
a lot
all
of
to
workers,
the
and we have a lot of workers that hadn't
overseas
been looking
because
for work
cheaper.
they were disincentivized.
Well, that
frankly.
was your first.
people
that
like
was
Tim
your
have
first
tremendous
wave
schools
of
and training
just
centers
hey
that they build, along
realizing
with a
you
lot of
should
their big
probably
plants where they
fix
train
whatever
people,
the fuck happened.
on,
Yeah.
whether it's glass, like in Kentucky, or computers, or whatever they might be doing. It's a complex world, and they train people, and they do a great job. So it's a whole new workforce. Now, we have a lot of them in energy because, they've always liked energy. As you know, coal has opened up big. We brought it back. And
Oh,
back in a
yes,
very
the
large way.
clean
China's
gold
right now building
energy.
58
Oh,
coal-fired plants,
yes.
58 big ones. And here we were saying
We love
think
our
we have more
clean
than anybody else
coal.
in the world. We have more oil and gas than anybody else in the world. But we have tremendous energy jobs, and the energy, as you know, we're booming with energy. And that's why the gasoline prices are down. The costs are down. I just hope when they watch these shows, I watch this, I won't use names because I just make them better known that nobody knows who they are. But I watch this group of people on CNN and MSDNC too, the same thing.
MSDNC.
Of course they haven't gone up,
He
they've
doesn't
gone
even
down.
call it a
I'm telling you, the thing
MSNBC
that's gone up
anymore.
is
He just
stock
calls
prices,
MSDNC.
and success of our country. Our country is really, really.
He just
doing
calls it
well.
the
Success.
Democrat
Yes,
National Committee.
Zelensky agreed to a summit yet, and where and when would that be?
Well, there's a very good prospect that they will, and we haven't determined where, but we had some very good talks with President Putin today, and there's a very good chance.
Well,
that
you
we
can
could be
say
ending
Fox
the-
is for the
ending the
Republicans,
That road
yes.
was long and continues to be long.
I mean, sure,
but,
they
there's a good
sometimes
chance
have
there will be a
that
meeting
one
very soon.
lady who's
Excuse me?
super democratic.
Well, I don't want
I
to
mean,
say that.
it's same with
With
how
this one. We've solved 5 wars. Plus, add to
Jennings
that
is
Iran, where
on
we wiped out their
CNN and he
nuclear capacity
fucking
for weapons.
spars
Remember, we had a
with
weapon
all of
within
them,
2
or
months, maybe less.
goes jabbing
And that
and
was totally obliterated.
boxing
Turned
with
out
all
it
those
was a
people.
total obliteration. And the pilots and the people that did that job are really
They always got to
the
put
greatest- we have the greatest
an
armed forces in the world,
opposition,
but that was
just
really something.
just to
Like
get
there's a
encompass
model
all
of
the
plane right there.
viewpoints.
Now, you got to bring that up, Susie. We have to see that. Look at this. This was just given to me. We ordered brand new B-2 bombers. This is a plane that over a period of
Hey
36
Susie, could
hours
you bring up the
of
model?
constant flying.
Oh,
Look at this. So this is the
Hey,
brand new one
JD
we just
Vance,
ordered.
thanks,
Similar, but
brother.
Actually, quite different. It's new and enhanced. It's
Oh.
an amazing machine. It went 36 hours. We had
New
52
and
tankers up
enhanced.
in the air loading up our planes because this was surrounded by F-22s and F-35s, and it was flawless, Tim. Even you would say it was flawless. And every one of those bombs hit their target. And then we had Tomahawks.
Fucking
shot
flying
in
it
from
up as
a submarine
usual.
300 miles away. And they hit every single Tomahawk hit its target. It was amazing. And that was a big threat. That was a nuclear threat. And here's the new one.
That was
we
a
just ordered,
nuclear threat.
A large number of them. I'll put
Don't have a nuclear weapon. We told you not to have
Did
it.
Vladimir Putin make some kind of concession that he hasn't been willing to make before?
We're going hard and harder.
Thousands of young people
Nuclear.
dying, mostly soldiers, but also missiles being hit into Kiev and other places. But in terms of soldiers, I think Russia's lost over 20,000 since the beginning of the year. 20,000, and I guess the estimate for Ukraine is about 9,000. It's a terrible situation. We want to get it stopped. We don't have American soldiers there, but I feel I have an obligation to get it stopped. This was not my war. This war would have never started, not even a chance, and it didn't start for 4 years. It went 4 years and didn't start. But this is Biden's war. This was on his watch. And it's funny. We had no land was taken from Trump. It was taken from Bush. It was taken from Biden. The whole thing they would take from Biden. It weren't for us. But it was taken by Obama. Take a look at what was taken with all of the land that was taken. Nothing was taken by Russia from us. Not 1 ounce of land was taken.
Oh yeah, well, I
I'm
mean, you
here
have
to get the thing
Obama.
over
I
with.
mean, you have
We never
Biden to
started
thank
if I were
for,
president,
right?
and we're here to
A
get it
bunch of
stopped and get the death stopped.
bunch of people moving all over the fucking states, right?
Yeah.
That was an exodus of certain states,
Can't answer
and
the
especially
question yet. I'll tell
California.
you,
There's a lot
in
of
matter
people leaving
weeks, maybe less.
California.
But we made a lot of progress, and as you know, we put
Yeah,
a 50%
fucking
tariff
Elon
on
Musk
India,
left
on all
California
the second
too.
largest. They're very close to China in terms of the purchase of oil
Fuck them
from
taxes.
Russia. But so I don't know if that had anything to do with it. But we've had very productive talks today. Yes, ma'am.
President Trump, on federalizing DC, are you considering taking over the DC police? Is that an option on the
We're,
table?
we're considering it, yeah, because the crime is ridiculous. I could show you a chart comparing D.C. to other locations, and you're not going to want to see what it looks like. It was just up on television, actually. They were showing it. Now, we want to have a great, safe capital, and we're going to have it. And that includes cleanliness, and it includes other things. We have a capital that's very unsafe. You know, we just almost lost a young man, beautiful, handsome guy that got the hell knocked out of him the night before last. And I'm going to call him now. We wanted to give him a little recovery time. We just put a call into him. They're calling back in a little while, but he went through a bad situation, to put it mildly, and there's too much of it. We're gonna do something about it. So whether you call it federalized or what, and that also includes the graffiti that you see, the papers all over the place, the roads that are in bad shape, the medians that
federalization.
are falling down, the median in between roads that's falling down. We're gonna beautify the city. We're gonna make it beautiful, and
We're gonna beautify the
what a shame.
city.
The rate of crime,
We're gonna
rate of muggings,
federalize,
killings, and everything else, we're not gonna let
everything.
it. And that includes bringing in the National Guard, maybe very quickly too.
And do you want Congress to look at overturning the DC Home Rule Act?
We're going to look at that. In fact, the lawyers are already studying it. We have to run D.C. This has to be the best-run place in the country, not the worst-run place in the country. And it has so much potential, and we're going to take care of it. You're going to be safe. You're going to be safe walking down streets. You're not going to get mugged.
Not gonna get mugged. You're gonna get muggled, man.
Well, we'll determine that later.
You're
but
gonna
right now,
get
they're paying 50%
muggled.
tariff. Okay? Yeah, please.
One for Mr. Cook as well.
Yeah, please. Sure.
The president wants a made in the USA iPhone. What are the chances that you can actually make that happen?
Well, if you look at the bulk of it, we're doing a lot of the semiconductors here. We're doing the glass here. We're doing the Face ID module here. So there's a ton of it. And we're doing these for products sold elsewhere in the world. And so there's a lot of content in there from the United States.
But what about the whole thing?
We're very proud of it.
Can you make the whole thing
is
here?
just the final assembly that you're focused on. And that will be elsewhere for a while.
He makes many of the components here, and we've been talking about it.
Yeah, I mean,
the whole thing was
so-
set up at other places, and it's been there for a
Yeah,
long time.
when you
So
say
in terms of
American,
cost and all,
right?
but, I
Everything
think we may
sometimes
have
isn't
said
all
enough that one
American
day
made, right?
He'll be bringing that, but he brings most of the stuff. Look, he's not making
I
this
mean,
kind
yeah,
of investment anywhere in
sometimes.
the world,
I
not
mean,
even
if you
close.
want something
He's coming
all
back, and
American
Apple's
made,
coming back to
Tesla,
America.
right?
Thank you.
Because he has all of his facilities all around,
There are other
right,
countries
America.
that are buying Russian oil.
It's okay.
Like China, for instance,
It's
buying
okay.
more.
Yeah.
Why are you singling?
Janet,
It's
Janet.
only been 8 hours, so let's see what happens over the next. Yeah,
Sanctions
you're going to see a lot more.
So this is a taste. of
You're
what's
going to see a
coming.
lot more. You're going to see so much secondary sanctions. Yes, ma'am.
Sorry, you were the
Sorry, I
driving force
had to.
behind Operation Warp Speed, these mRNA vaccines that are the gold standard.
Right.
Now, your health secretary is pulling back all the funding for research. He's saying that the risks outweigh the benefits, which puts him at odds with
Research
the
on
entire
what?
medical community and with you. What is going
Yeah,
on
research on what?
into mRNA vaccines?
Well, we're going to look at that. We're talking about it, and they're doing a very good job. And, you know, that is a pass. Operation Warp Speed was, whether you're Republican or Democrat, considered one of the most incredible things ever done in this country. The efficiency, the way it was done, the distribution, everything about it has been amazing. But, you know, that was now a long time ago, and we're on to other things. But we are speaking about it. We have meetings about it in tomorrow at 12 o'clock, and we'll determine. We're looking for other answers to other problems, to other sicknesses or diseases, and I think we're doing really well. Yes, ma'am, please.
Thank you, Mr. President. You said many times that you want to stop wars in the Middle East. Now, Prime Minister Netanyahu is contemplating reoccupying Gaza entirely. Is he defying you, sir, or are you giving him a green light?
Well, we have stopped wars in the Middle East by stopping Iran from having a nuclear weapon, and they're you know, they can say they're going to start all over
Wait,
again. But
so are
it's a
you
very
saying
dangerous thing
because he
for them
wants
do,
to
because we'll be back
occupy
as soon as they
Gaza,
start,
he's
we'll be back.
creating another
And I think
war?
they understand that. They're just words. But no, we've stopped a lot of wars in the Middle East. If you think about what we did with Iran was the
Yeah. Also,
perpetrator
what
of
does
a very evil
what does
place, and
Trump
I
have
think
to
it's gonna
do
be
with
a lot different
anything
in
that's
the coming
happening?
years.
See, this is the other issue.
On the India penalty.
They think Trump has any say in what's happening in the Middle East. I mean, he kind of has some say, but not all everything.
Could happen. Brian?
I've got an entertainment-based question for you. A few weeks ago, Stephen Colbert announced that he was leaving a show. Howard Stern announced that he and Sirius XM Radio are parting ways. Do you think the hate Trump business model that's been in the entertainment business is going out of business because it's not popular with the American people?
Well, it hasn't worked, and it hasn't worked really for a long time, and I would say pretty much from the beginning. Colbert has no talent. I mean, I could take anybody here, I could go outside on the beautiful streets.
You're
and
fucking
pick a
calling
couple
out
of people that
Stephen
do just as well or
Colbert
better. They get
again.
higher
Shit.
ratings than he did. He's got no talent. Fallon has no talent. Kimmel has no
Oh
talent.
my
They're
God,
next.
he's
They're gonna
calling
go.
out
I hear they're gonna be
everyone.
going.
Holy
I don't
fuck.
know, but I would imagine because they get, Colbert has better ratings than Kimmel or Fallon. You know that.
I mean, there's
Howard Stern's
obviously
the name I haven't heard. I
some
used
of
to
these
do his
guys
show,
don't
which
even
is fun,
talk about.
but I
Well,
haven't heard that name in a
that's
long
kind
time.
of
What
a
happened? He
lie,
got
actually.
terminated?
They do
Yeah, they're gonna
chime
set
in
the
on
wages that they
politics,
put the offer,
actually.
salary-wise is real low than what he's getting.
You know when he went down?
Whenever you want.
You know when he went down? No, before. When he endorsed Hillary Clinton, he lost his audience.
Ah,
He said, give me a
ah.
break. He went down when he endorsed Hillary Clinton.
Mr. President,
Have you started interviewing Fed candidates yet?
Yeah, we've started the interviewing process. Scott and I and Howard, a lot of people, JD, we have some great candidates. It's probably down to 3. He doesn't want the job. He said, do you like this job better? Yes, sir. I mean, he was a candidate, but I don't think he'll take it. I really don't think he'd take it, actually.
Are there any candidates from Wall Street, Mr. President?
Yeah, essentially we're all from Wall Street, aren't we? You know, when you get right down to it, the term Wall Street. Yeah, please.
Well, yeah.
major tax cuts permanent. You mentioned that the tariffs are bringing in a ton of external revenue. You've opened up markets, the EU, Japan, South Korea, many others, to American goods like we've never seen before. How much growth can we expect in the economy now that this model of yours is sort of beginning to really take off?
Well, I think the growth is going to be unprecedented. I think we're going to have growth that's unbelievable. Now, remember, we're building and just starting to build a lot of these incredible plants. We talked about the electric facilities that we're building, the generating plants, electric generating plants. They're massive, and they're going to be great. And they're going to sell excess electricity into our grid. So we're going to be having much more electricity than we ever had. And those plants are going to be taken care of individually. I know Tim is building one in one of his big factories, but especially for AI because it needs so much electricity. So I appreciate the question very much. I think the growth is going to be unprecedented.
More growth. More scaling.
I haven't. No, I haven't.
Mr. President, have you been
Scale
briefed on what Ghislaine
more.
Maxwell told Todd Blanche?
No, I haven't. Have
You don't
not.
know whether it
I don't
came
know.
up in the
I know Todd
conversation
is a
or
very
not?
respected person all over the country, all over the world legally. So I don't know. Yeah, please go ahead.
Will the new Fed governor be temporary?
We're probably going to go with a temp and then a permanent, I think.
Are the two
So the temp is going to be named, I'd say, over the next 2-3 days, and then we're going to go permanent.
Are the two Kevins the leading contenders for the permanent spot for the chair?
Well, the two Kevins are absolutely, yeah, they're both very good. The two Kevins, very good.
Mr. President, is Vice President Vance hosting a gathering this evening to talk about how to respond to the Epstein situation?
Is he working on what?
Is he hosting some kind of gathering of top advisors this evening to talk about how to respond to the Epstein situation?
I don't know. I could ask you that question. I don't know of it, but I think, here's the man right here.
I saw it reported today, and it's completely fake news. We're not meeting to talk about the Epstein situation, and I think the reporter who reported it needs to get better sources.
The whole thing is a hoax. It's put out by the Democrats because we've had the most successful 6 months in the history of our country.
So you just heard it right there. JD, right? They said JD Vance was supposed to talk to someone yesterday or today or tomorrow or something, but no, he's not. So it's like, what the fuck? So yeah, these people are putting out false
And that's
reports.
just a way of trying to divert attention to something that's total bullshit. Okay? Yeah, please.
A new Gallup poll says that Elon Musk is the most unpopular public figure in the country right now. I'm wondering, do you miss having him around the White House, or is that poll accurate?
I don't know if the poll's accurate. I think he's a good person. I think he had a bad moment, really bad moment. But he's a good person. I believe that.
President Trump, are you keeping that 10 to 12 day deadline?
China is facing potential secondary sanctions for
Yeah.
Russian oil. Then having that tariff or sanction rather or not hinges on what going forward.
It may happen. I mean, I don't know. I can't tell you yet, but we did it with India. We're doing it probably with a couple of others. One of them could be China, yes.
Are you keeping that 10 to 12 day deadline that you had given Russia after today's talks?
Yeah, we're pretty much getting close to it right now. But we're having very serious talks right now about getting out of Ukraine, getting it settled, getting it ended. Should have never started, would have never started. If I were president, it would have
Yes,
never
we're getting the
started.
deal
I want to thank
settled.
Tim Cook.
I
He's
wish
a great, great
the
man,
war
a
shouldn't have
visionary
never
businessman,
started.
just about every quality
If
could
I
have,
was
and athleticism,
president,
I
it
don't
wouldn't
know.
have started.
I'm looking at him. I'm not 100% sure, but you're good
He
at
does-
it. You're
he
pretty
keeps
good. I think
doing
he's good
that,
at everything,
dude.
But I want to thank
Oh.
you very much, Tim. Congratulations.
Every
Thank you all
time.
very much. Thank you.
Okay, this fucking guy, man. I mean, he's good, dude. Every time he's given right those questions, he's just like, it's all the Democrats' fault. If I was president, it wouldn't have happened. Fucking guy, man. Oh. Yeah. Also, why did he? What? Hold on, we gotta go back to this Tim Cook thing. This one was so weird.
the press dollars.
You like-
It's around eggs down.
You like
So like the fact that they don't want to pay. We'll be taking
what?
hundreds of
What
millions
is
of
this?
dollars
It's like
and
a
numerous other-
statue
they
or
said,
something.
So we're not going to be in semi. Just want everyone to okay. If for some reason you say, and I think a few words about your company, please.
Good afternoon, everyone. Mr. President, thank you very much for having me here today. And
No,
He's
sorry.
done well.
designed it for you. And the base comes from Utah, and it's 24 karat gold.
You to 24 karat gold.
I'll take the liberty of setting it up.
Wow.
Oh wow. Oh, I'll take the liberty of setting it up. Oh. Why didn't you? Wait, why are you doing this? Why didn't you just let the president do it?
Well, there we go. Congratulations,
Thank you
Mr.
very much.
President.
It's
Thank you so
fantastic.
much.
The great people of Kentucky. You're going to find it a great place to do business too.
So much. For you. It's a unique in California. And this glass comes off the Corning line. It's engraved for President Trump. It's a unique unit of one. It was designed by a U.S. Marine Corps corporal, a former one, that works at Apple now.
That's good. He's done well.
Designed it for you. And the base
Oh,
comes from
oh.
and
It was a
24 karat
Marine
gold.
corporal
And
that
it
designed
sits-
this
I'll take the liberty of setting
new
it up.
I guess they're doing
Well,
interesting. I guess now they're working with military stuff too.
Congratulations,
Thank you very
Mr.
much.
President.
It's
Thank you so
fantastic.
much.
The great people
So
of
apparently they're trying to
Kentucky.
do
You're
something.
going to find it a great place to do business too. It's fantastic.
It is strange though. So this was made from someone from the military that's now working at Apple. Anyways, there you have it. If you want to see more of the White House stuff and more, President Trump announcements, go check it out. That's gonna do it.